What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope we're all doing absolutely fine, and today, as usual, we're gonna continue the book by Cicero on the ideal orator. It's gonna be the 81st part of the first book, so let's get started. Does knowledge of the civil law, then, offer no benefit to the orator at all? I cannot deny the benefit of any knowledge, especially for one whose eloquence ought to be adorned with a rich supply of subjects. But the essential qualifications of the orator are already considerable, numerous, and difficult to come by, so that I would rather not have him divide his energies among too many pursuits. Who would deny that an orator, in his movement and bearing, needs the graceful gestures of rushes? Yet no one would advise the young men who aspire to be orators to toil over learning gesture in the way that actors do. What is so essential to the orator in his voice? Still, I'll recommend no aspiring orator to become a slave to his voice, like the Greek tragic actors. They practice for several years by reciting aloud while seated. Then, every day before they are going to speak their lines, they lie down and gradually raise the pitch of their voice, and after the performance, they sit down and let it drop, moving from the highest pitch all the way to the lowest in a certain sense, regaining control of it. If we should choose to do this, those whom we represent in court would be condemned before we had chanted our paean or another hymn the prescribed number of times. And if we should toil over our gestures, which are of great help to an orator, or our voice, a thing which above all else makes our eloquence attractive and sustains it. And if, in each of these areas, we can only achieve as much as we are able in the time allowed us amid the fray of the task we have to fulfill each day, how much less should we fall into a preoccupation with thoroughly learning the civil law? For the civil law can be acquired in broad outline without instruction. It also differs from the subjects I have just mentioned, in that voice and gesture cannot be picked up all at once or drawn from somewhere else, whereas the legal matters that are important for each case can be taken instantly, if you like, either from experts or from books. It is for this reason that the highly accomplished speakers among the Greeks, when handling their cases, have assistants who are experts in the law, whereas they themselves are quite ignorant in this respect. These assistants are the people who, as you mentioned a little while ago, are called legal aids. In this regard, our countrymen have done much better in wanting our law and legal arrangements to be protected by the authority of the most illustrious man. At any rate, it would certainly have occurred to the Greeks if they had thought this was necessary to educate an orator himself in the civil law, instead of providing him with a legal aid as an assistant. Alright, guys, so was another part, and we're going to continue tomorrow on the next one. So thank you for joining today on these reading sessions. See you tomorrow. Bye.